Hello? Anything look different, guys? Anything? Bueller? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still fat. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's just my mustache, dude. Yeah, just my mustache, dude. The mustache is back. Obviously, I don't know if you can tell. We finished my neck. My buddy Mike and I. And it was insane, brother. It was insane. Literally, so we're done now. We're done. We're done with everything. So you guys can kind of see the full concept now. So what's kind of interesting is when I'm sitting like this, it really probably won't look that different to a lot of you ever since this. Like, you can kind of see it down here, but when you look straight on, you can really see the center really ties everything together. You know what I mean? So basically, flower. What do we call this in the center, Mike? Symmetrical symmetry. So, it's, I love, honestly, like, I love the whole thing. Everything, it's really sore right now still, but the way it's all tied together, really, I mean, Mike crushed it, bro. He crushed it. So literally, so we did this one, right? We did this side. And then in this last session, we did the full right side and the full center of my throat. And Mike, it was what, like almost 9 hours, I think. We did it in one shot. It was kind of wild. Like, it was like 9 or a 10-hour day on my neck. And I will not forget, there was a moment. So he finished the right side. So here's how we did it. This flower. And then there was this moment where he has to lay the stencil on for the center of my throat. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, am I going to be able to get through this? You know, am I going to be able to, like, because it's like this got done and I was pretty sore after that, but I was like, okay, I can maybe do the center of my throat now. But then that took like 4 hours too. So by the end of it, I just hit a point where it's like, we're getting this done. Like, I'm not tapping out. I have to get this done. I don't want to come back and touch my neck again. You know what I'm saying? So it was, throat was pretty crazy. Certain parts hurt a lot worse. I think some parts on my side hurt a little more than the center, if I'm completely honest with y'all. But I can't lie to you, there were spots in the center of my throat that I was like, yo, this is crazy. So I don't know if you guys can really see everything, to be honest with you, but just to try and get a good angle on it. So. But yeah, Mike absolutely crushed it. I'm very swollen right now, just for the record. Like, I actually don't really have this much of a double chin. Like, my neck is swollen. So it's kind of like, you should have seen it 2 days ago, I'll say that. So it's like, I have a little double chin, don't get me wrong, but it's a little more swollen right now. So it's sagging a little more than it normally is. No, it's a tattoo, guys. It is the tattoo, man. Yo. So yeah, I wasn't drunk for this tattoo. I raw dogged this thing. Absolute raw dog. Obviously I haven't been drinking. No pain meds, no nothing, bro. I literally just sat there and let Mike tattoo my neck for 10 hours. And there were times that were pretty brutal. I gotta be honest with you guys. So the best thing I think for my neck tattoo for me, we did it on the weekends during football season. And like, I was just we had Red Zone on and I just kind of like zoned out and was basically listening or watching Red Zone when I could. And honestly, the worst part about the neck tattoo, to be completely honest with you guys, like the worst part about it was there's pain, like there's pain levels to it, obviously. If you've gotten tattooed, you know what I mean. But it's the way that we had to sit like for as long as we did. And listen, Mike was very kind to me. I want to make that very clear. Like, Mike was very nice in the sense of like, he didn't make me fully bend my neck over the head of the table kind of a thing. Well, does this sound kind of crazy to you guys? He was very nice to me though. Like, he didn't fully, I mean, don't get me wrong, it still was uncomfortable, but it could have been way more uncomfortable, I guess is the point I would make. So yeah, this sentence is kind of crazy the more I'm talking about it, bro. Mike was very kind to my throat. Mike was nice and gentle on my throat. Yeah. it really, the thing about it. So like, for example, the center of my throat, right? Think about when you're getting tattooed. If anyone has a tattoo, raise your hand. All right, put your hand down. So like when you're getting tattooed, it's like, you know, if you're getting your arm tattoo, I'll use that as an example, or your forearm, let's just do forearm, right? Your arm is just sitting on the table, right? And it's on the, like a little thing, and you just have your arm out like this. But with the center of my throat, I had to have a pillow like cranked underneath my neck and basically pushed up, if that makes sense. So my neck was almost like that because Mike needs it to be tight on my throat. Please keep the context here, guys. I really don't know how to talk about this without sounding the way that I do. But like, you get what I'm saying. Like, he needs it tight because he has to be able to pull a line on it. So like for the center of my throat, like when we're doing the chin, like my neck was almost like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was crazy, bro. The throat was definitely a pretty insane experience. And the reason I think it was so gnarly by the end of it was because I was trying to do it in one shot. Like in the sense of like, we did the left side and I just wanted everything to be done. And I didn't want to have to come back and do my neck. So like do it again. So needless to say, it's done now. We made it. We didn't go with a goat on my throat. Very, very excited though, bro. Like Mike absolutely crushed it. People say I look skinnier now. I didn't realize I wasn't fat. I just needed a throat tattoo. I didn't realize that. That's nice. So it looks really clean. Mike, absolutely, just the whole concept, like the way that everything flows together, I like it a lot. Dude, you know what the funniest part is, bro? You know what the funniest part? Chat, before my neck tattoo, would you say that I was heavily, maybe not heavily, some people may not say I'm heavily tattooed, but I have a good amount of tattoos before I had my throat. Right? You're heavy, that's for sure. Okay, buddy. I have a good amount of tats. You know what I'm saying? And, ow. Oh, that bitch was right on there, bro. Oh. Oh, that hurt, bro. Wow. Ryan, thank you for the 10 gifted, bro. Starting off my day right, man. Thank you, bro. Dude, what was I saying? I just hit my funny bone on this. And I just blacked out. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Bro, what was I gonna say, bro? What were you talking about? I was talking about my neck. Oh, heavily tattooed. Right, thank you. So, like, before I had my neck done, right? Would you guys say I had a good amount of tattoos? I would say I had a good amount of tattoos, okay? And I would randomly, every once in a while, have someone comment on tattoos that I have, right? But I gotta be honest with you, it had been like probably 2 to 3 years since someone was like, yo, dope tats or something like that, which I want to be clear, I'm not looking for those comments. I'm not looking for someone to be like, dude, dope tats, bro. Like, I'm not looking for that. It's just kind of like people, like sometimes every once in a while you get a comment on it or something like that. Tell me why, as soon as I get my throat done, I walk down to the hotel lobby, 2 separate individuals were like, sick tats, bro. All you had to do was get your neck done, bro. And now everyone's like, you know, it's just now I'm tatted. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's maybe, you know what I think it may be? Because here's the thing, I have my fingers done. Like, I would say my fingers are a pretty significant tattoo. But like, even that, I would get comments once in a while, but the neck, dude, 2 separate people. I haven't gotten a compliment on my tattoos in person in years.
I feel better.
And 2 separate people were like, sick tats, bro. I was like, thank you, bro.
Tim!
I don't need it. Thank you. Okay, so I got granola. So needless to say, just to sum up my neck tattoo here, it's not ice cream, guys. Sum up my neck tattoo. Mike crushed it. I'm so happy with how it turned out. It was a pretty gnarly experience by the end of it. But I will say this, I'm gonna stand by this, bro. Still not the most painful tattoo I've ever felt, this entire thing. The back of my knee. Out of all the tattoos I have, okay, now I have my full neck done, right? All the way around, fully up to my chin, center sternum. I'm not gonna take my shirt off. I have center sternum done. Still to this day, the most pain I felt under a tattoo needle was back of my knee, behind my knee. It was crazy, bro. I had my fingers, like I got all this, bro, you know? And dude, back of the knee, I don't know if I'll ever do it again. You know what Mike said, by the way, bro? You know what Mike said? He goes, now we gotta do the back of your head. And you know what sucks?
Holy sh! I feel better.
Stop yelling at me, Tim. You know what sucks? I think we already have a dope idea for it, bro. Because I'll tell you the idea, chat. All right, ready? Hey, you guys are not allowed to steal my idea, okay? So the back of my head now, I'll show you guys. So the back of my head now is empty, right? Like, Hang on. Like, it comes to a point. So it comes to a point back there. Yeah, bald, by the way. But the back of my head is empty. Stop saying bald, bro. Tim, well, your whole head's empty. Okay, whatever, dude. The back of my neck is empty. And I said to Mike casually, like, he was like, yeah, dude, now you got to do the back of your neck. And I was like, yeah, dude, we could do something sick, like a sword down the, like a hilt going up my head with a sword, like down the back of my neck, which would go crazy, by the way. And you ready for what Mike said? He goes, what if we did Frostmourne, Lich King sword, bro? And like fragments of it. You guys know what I'm talking about, how it's kind of split. Fragments can go over the side of my head and stuff. It'd be crazy, bro. Let bro cook. That could be, it could go, yeah, that would go really hard. That would go really hard. And it's like, I'm a WoW fan, obviously, so it'd be like a WoW tattoo. But chat told me we need to do this. Well, I'll say this. Some of the worst parts of the neck tattoo were like behind my ear towards the back of my head. So I can only imagine how bad that experience would be for me. That'd probably be the worst tattoo ever. Man, I wish someone would bend me over and clap my cheeks. When did I say that? I said that? Is that an A? Bro, was that AI? I said that? Oh no. Oh no. Ruh-roh. I don't remember saying, yo, that's my 20 gifted alert? Oh my God.